What's up, everybody? Prsuperman1, aka Jelly19, gonna broadcast this gameplay, so stay tuned and enjoy. Subscribe, and then for subscribe back, cover the Yankees and the Milwaukee Brewers, Game 5 World Series. Stay tuned, don't miss it, because it's gonna be a good one. Alright, Game 5 World Series, Milwaukee. The Yankees lead the series 3 games to 1. They're only a 1 win away from being world champions once again. That's the question. Will the Milwaukee Brewers stay alive in the series, or will the Yankees take the championship tonight? It's been a good series so far. Milwaukee Brewers, most they scored was 3 runs in the series. If they want to win the series, they need to be alive with their offense, which is not really bad. I think it's got no lefty ender that will be a starter tonight. Robert Stephenson will be the starter for tonight for the Brewers. They trusting him to make the start here in Game 5, their elimination matchup. They face the elimination right now, so let's see if Stephenson can take him out of that.
Leading off tonight for the Yankees,
We will lead off as we are ready.
Rodriguez.
First pitch, strike 1, and ground away. So Stephenson pretty much looks like a rookie. Looks like his first start in the World Series of his career. So all pressure is on him to keep the Brewers alive. Popped up, left center. And there's a right fielder, Stan Ross, to make the play for the first out. Shallow lineup for the Yankees, Willie leading off, bat second, Kenny Rodriguez. Roman Arcia, bat third, Kenny Rodriguez fourth. Frank Clauso fifth, Blake Clauso sixth, God bless with bat seventh. Batting eighth is Jesus Rodriguez, ninth is Hector Hernandez. Strike 1. Good pitch inside. Kenny back in the lineup. after missing last games. It's 1-1. So I'm not sure. It's 1-2.
Nope.
2-2. Three and two. Stepson had one win this postseason. You see his numbers. And wow, that was in the strike zone. And the umpire said it's a walk. Wow. Huge break for the Yankees. That would have been a strikeout, but instead, Kenny's on base, 4-1 to Romeo, who's one of the guys who's been red hot. 3 homers in the series, 5 runs batted in.
Nope, that's the ball.
Strike 2. Wow. You get the call back. A horrible pitch was called a strike. So it's 2-2. Strike 3 called, 2 outs. So outs, here comes Kenneth. Strike 1. Still 0-2. Rips to left field. And that ball is gone. 2-0 New York. Kenneth goes deep. That ball was crushed to left. So how many home runs that is now for Kenneth? It might be his 3rd in this series. Huge 2-run lead for the Yankees here in Game 5. Summary of Baron Colazo.
The first baseman, number 13.
Strike 1. Baron strikes out, and that will be it. Stephenson almost got out of the inning, but instead kind of rips to the left. And Yankees lead here in Game 5, 2-0. So, the Yankees got Ernest Nunez to start. The Yankee lefty will pitch in Game, I think in Game 5 of ALCS, and he got the win. Give up a couple of runs, so Yankees, if they want to win this the championship, need a strong outing from him. Mike Buckner leading off. Hit 1 home run in this series. He went deep last game, Game 4. First pitch, strike 1. 23 home runs in the regular season as the leadoff man. Strike 2. Another lefty, so Chris Bryant will be in the lineup for the Brewers. Strikes out 1 way.
Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando. Arcia.
Comes Arcia. Arcia.
Inside, ball one.
About 3 hits in the series. Strike one.
Yep, that ball went out.
In the air to right. Count off makes the play. 2 outs.
Batting third,
Shot line for Brewers. Mike Buckner leading on bat second. Arcia. Stan Ross bats third. He is up. Jay-Z fourth. Morgan Freeman went deep last game. He bats fifth. Ricky Rutledge bats sixth. Chris Bryant seventh. Justin Profar eighth. And ninth is, of course, Robert Bacon. From Stan Ross, the hero of Game 3.
Oh, that's good.
Score one. Fly ball left field. Back is Velez in a 1-2-3 inning. Strong first inning for Nunez. Straight on to the second. 2-0 New York. Blake Palazzo.
leading off the catcher, number 29.
Really good postseason. 4 home runs.
Count 1-0.
11 runs batted in. Yankees this postseason definitely faced a challenge. They lost 3 games in this postseason for the first time ever in a long time. Yankees usually lose just 2 games. And that was by the White Sox, who beat the Yankees 2 times in the series. White Sox really gave the Yankees a challenge, and this season was a super challenge. It was a base hit for Blake. Super challenge this season for the Yankees. Indians won 2 games against the Yankees. And here in the World Series, the Brewers beat the Yankees. Hits one to left. Velez skies one and is gone. 2-run homer. 4-0 New York. Not the start Brewers was hoping for. That wasn't expecting that. Here comes Rodriguez. Strike one call, another pitch. It's not even in the strike zone. Strike 2.
That's count 0-2.
Third strikeout, 1 away. Stevenson's third strikeout. Samuel Hernandez just 8 hits in the entire postseason. 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in. And an entire postseason. And this World Series just, I believe, 3 runs batted in the World Series. Strike 2.
1-2.
Outs. 4 strikeouts for Stepson. Pretty impressive with his strikeouts. Willie looks at ball one. It's 1-1. Willie with a 3-run home run. In game 4, that was a huge home run he hit. That gave the Yankees the win. A 3-run home run. The Yankees was only up by 1 with that 3-run homer. The Yankees was up by 4 and ended up winning the game 6-2. In game 4. 3-2. Kenny Rodriguez on deck. And a shot to left. Willie goes deep again here in the World Series. It's 5-0. Huge start for the Yankees here in Game 5 with a 3-1 series lead. Fans not believing it. The Yankees are just smashing the pitcher that the Brewers trust to try to keep the Brewers back, keep the Brewers in this World Series. Now it's a 5-run lead for the Yankees.
Count 1-0.
It's 1-2. Can't really count on the Brewers, so if Yankees want to win this game, they gotta be careful with the lineup still. To get the out, and that'll be it. The Yankees now lead by 5 as they scored 3 runs in this inning on 2 home runs. It's 5-0. Jay-Z leads off. 14 hits in his postseason. Didn't really hit much. I think no hits at all. Jay-Z hasn't really got a hit in this series. I don't know what happened to Jay-Z. He was the NL MVP when he was with the Mets. Now with the Brewers, he's just totally different hitter. Did well. Didn't do that bad in his postseason. He has 2 home runs. But we'll see against the NL and the NLCS. As he is out, just one way. Yankee defense, Velez, Kenny, and Kenneth from left to right. Introduce Willie, Romeo, and Barron from third to first. Blake Palazzo. Playing play on the mound is Nunez. Strike 1. Ground ball, Morgan Freeman. Not best World Series, but he is out. 2-away. Kazrovich. Strike 1. Rush played in game 2, and he didn't do that bad in that game. Got a couple of hits. But another clear inning for Nunez. 5-0 New York still. Romeo first pitch swinging, pops it up. And there's one out.
Now back, like Rodriguez.
Strike 1 kind of opened up the game with a 2-run shot. First time up.
No ball, 2 strikes. Count is 1-2.
Strikes out. And
He's out.
gets the out to win. Fifth strikeout, 5 strikeouts for Robert Stepson.
0-1.
Strike 1. Two back Clouds over. Didn't have a good game last game.
1-1.
Yes, sir. Game 5.
That's
2-1.
2-1.
Strike 2. Barron didn't have had a good game 1 in this series. But game 3 and game 4, it's been struggling. And a walk, 2-out walk for Barron. Robert Stepson not really having a good game. Milwaukee really need a strong start for them. Fly ball left center, that's a base hit. Goes all the way to the wall. Barron will round third, he's coming home. And Blake is out from being too far from the base, but the run scored before he was out. So credit him with an RBI double. 6-0 New York now. Chris Bryant is up. Just one hit, and there was a 2-run home run against the lefty, Barron Colasso. He's facing another lefty. Only in the lineup against lefties, and Judge is in the lineup against righties. So let me see how he does. Strike 1. Stepson's second World Series of his career. Stepson. Chris Bryant's second World Series of his career. 1 out. Jason Profar had a really good postseason. 16 runs batted in, 5 home runs, 340 average total. 1 home run in this series against the Yankees. But he grounds out. 2 away. Robert Bacon. It's been a really good, strong arm catcher from the Brewers. For a lot of base runners. Fly ball center, Bacon gets a base hit. That's the first hit for the Brewers. Bacon didn't get a hit at all in the entire series. Here in game 5, he gets his first hit. Some real Buckner. Strike 1, Buckner went deep. I mentioned it earlier last game. Game 4. Strikes out, and that'll be it. Three strong innings so far from the Yankee lefty, Ernest Nunez. Yeah, I think about that too. Now I'm gonna start thinking about that. Jorge Lopez will come in for the starter who didn't have a good game. Comes in with the ERA over 6 in his postseason. Bringing his 4th appearance. Side dubs here against the Yankees. 7-9 to up.
1-0.
So the Brewers They won the NL Central. First time in a long time. They signed two great pitchers. All-Star celebrities Adam Sandler and Rob Snyder. Rob Snyder won the NL Cy Young Award. Lost in Game 2 of the series. Strike one. And those guys really brought their really strengthened up this organization. Ended up bringing the team to here, the World Series. Went against the Rockies, who had a terrific series as Velez strikes out on a pitch that was super low.
Now that the third
You
base.
see Stepson start in this game. 6 runs, 6 walks. Oh no, 2 walks, I'm sorry. 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks. And the Brewers they defeated the Rockies, who had a strong series against them. Brewers came back in that series. And they had to face the Marlins. Marlins also had a strong series against the Brewers. Brewers came back in that series also. So the Yankees really gotta be careful if they want to win this championship. Two and two. What a pitch, strikes him out 2-way. Comes Hernandez. Brewers scored less than 3 runs in the series. They didn't score more than 3 runs. Well, 4 runs actually, because they scored 4 runs on a win in Game 3. Technically. That's the most runs they scored. And that's a fly ball to right center. Back is Jay-Z. Makes the play, and that'll be it. Nice 1-2-3 inning for the reliever. Remains 6-0. 2, 3, and 4, top of the lineup for the Brewers coming up. Orlando Arcia leading off for a spit strike one. Arcia, nice drive to left. Velez is there. It's 1 out. Stan Ross, the hero of Game 3, walk-off single. Ground ball. Rodriguez, 2 outs. To bring up Jay-Z. Strike 1. And a base hit. Jay-Z finally gets his first hit in this series and becomes a double. 2-out double for Jay-Z. Because Morgan Freeman, who went deep in last game, Game 4. So you gotta be careful with Morgan Freeman. Still gotta be careful with his lineup. Brewers came back on their winning Game 3. They were down by 3. And that was dangerous pitch in the zone. Morgan Freeman fouled it off. Strikes out, ends the inning. Nunez gets himself out another inning. Remains 6-0. Wheeling off. Willie might be the World Series MVP. Drove in a lot of runs in the series, and he hit 3 home runs.
2 balls, 1 strike, count.
On deck is Kenny. And he checked his swing, but umpire said he swung. 1 out. Score 1 to Kenny. Kenny the AL MVP this season and batting champion. Hero of Game 2 of the ALCS. And that's not the first time he hit a walk-off 2-run home run in the ALCS. He also did it in Game 6 against the Chicago White Sox. He gave the Yankees the American League Championship. And that was 2 seasons ago. In 2024, I believe. 23, I'm sorry. It's popped up. 2 outs. The relievers should have started this game. So far, it's been pretty impressive. Strike 1 to Romeo. Center field, Jay-Z makes the play, another 1-2-3 inning. Spin zeros for the past 2 innings. Rutledge leads off for the Brewers. 6, 7, 8. It's ground ball. Swung out. Chris Bryant. In the air right. 2 outs. Jerison Profar. I believe he was the NLCS MVP against the Marlins. Strikes out. 1, 2, 3. Nunez really strong here against the Brewers. Kind of retreating off. Struck out last time up, but he started a game with a 2-run shot in the first inning. Kenneth is definitely the ALCS MVP. Still doing well here in the World Series. Sometimes when you sometimes you're good in the ALCS. Sometimes you're bad in the World Series. 2-2. Jorge Lopez just having a blast against the Yankees. Another strikeout for him.
Number 13.
And a fly ball to left. Back at the wall. Barron gets his first hit. Well, his second hit ever here in the World Series, and it's a home run. Struggle game 3 and 4 and goes deep here in this game. It's now 7-0. Yankees with a huge lead here in game 5. Somebody Blake, who also had a blast in this postseason. Yeah, they do, man. They have pretty good pitching. They just need better pitching. Their offense is better than this. They're just sleeping. And Blake with one to right. And gone. Second deck home run for Blake. It's going to be a lot of celebrities that's going to be free agency in the off season. I won't be surprised if the Brewers will be signing a lot of people based on their performance this season. Still had a good season, even though they were doing horribly here in the World Series. The last Browns one, he was out, it's 2-away. The Brewers might need at least one more Celebrity All-Star hitter and one more Celebrity All-Star pitcher. And that'll be it. 2 home runs in this game, in this inning. Yankees now lead by 8. Robert Bacon. It's 1-for-1 here against Nunez. And strike 2. Since starting, since continuing from 2020, about 18 to show, Brewers has not really won much. And so this season, they really surprised everybody when they stepped the game up in this timeline of the Yankees. But at least 2 more big players. Maybe a little bit of work with their bullpen also. Bullpen not that bad. But celebrity pitchers need to be worked on. Nunez is just enjoying himself. 8-0 New York. So we on to the bottom of the 6th. Sorry, we're on to the 7th. Michael Randall. No pitcher. Hector Hernandez leading off for the Yankees. Fernandez was last season's World Series MVP against the Washington Nationals. But this season will not win one because he hasn't drove in a lot of people. He only drove in 3 runs in this series. That's just been it. Oh, a looper. That's going to dunk for a base hit, definitely. Good hitting by Fernandez. Here comes Willie. Willie only pitched. He didn't play game 1. But he played in game 2, 3, and 4, and here in game 5. And he's doing an excellent job with the way he's been hitting for the Yankees here against the Brewers. Struggled most of the ALCS and ALDS. He only hit 1 home run. Appreciate it, man. Ground ball through for a base hit. Sometimes I root for the Mets for like if they're in like the World Series or like if they're the only ones in the playoffs besides the Yankees, then I'll probably root for the Mets. Mets might do it this season. They have the ability to do it. Cam Rodriguez for a chance to drive in 2 runs.
1-1.
Yeah, we're alright. We'll see how this season turns out. 60-game season. Kenny strikes out. It's a huge strikeout for the Brewers. Romeo with a chance to might still be in the MVP race of the World Series if he drives in the runs. Romeo had a really good first 3 games in this World Series. Well, game 4 and 5 he struggled. Romeo is looking for a milestone next season, going 3 home runs away from being the all-time home run leader in baseball. Sits on 760 career home runs during the regular season. Postseason home runs don't count. And a fly ball that's gonna be caught. Hernandez doesn't have good wheels, but he made it 9-0. And Romeo drives in another run here in the World Series. This mode is still in hard mode, so you never know. Sometimes the team would come back. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't mind if the Brewers try to come back and make this interesting.
1-1.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count. Ball, that's out.
Still 2-2. It's a ground ball that is through for a base hit. Here comes the runner. He will score. Kenneth is out, and that will be it. That's the thing that changed in this game. They love getting the guys try for a double. It's now 10-0. Greg Kenneth for the RBI single, non-double. So hard the order for the Brewers. Stan Wallstein off. Mr. 3000. If you guys didn't see that movie, if you guys seen it, then you know who this guy is. Strike 2. Strike 3. 1 out. Jay-Z just one hit in this series. Jay-Z had 15 at-bats, only scored 1 hit. I did mention earlier that Jay-Z has faced the Yankees before when he was with the Mets, and he was racking. In that series, he has 6 hits, 3 home runs with the Mets. Popped up and broken bat and it's foul.
Nope, that's down.
It's Browns 1. 2 outs. Yankees had a classic with the Mets in the World Series back in 2021.
Freeman.
Yankees had one of the biggest comebacks in history. Sorry for the delay. Morgan Freeman, 0-1. Morgan Freeman is also second ever World Series. He was in a World Series with the Marlins, his former team. And a strikeout ends the inning. How about Nunez just surprising strong start for him because he struggled late in September. He comes back this postseason and just racks up. Ken Nunn, a pretty good pitcher against righties, but he struggles against lefties.
The first baseman, number 13.
1-0.
In this game, in this timeline, this is continuing from 2018. The Mets might make it this season.
2-0.
The Mets has good all-star celebrities. If they sign probably one more hitter, they'll be good. They have Robert Downey Jr. with the Mets who really rakes, and Mark Hamill for Luke Skywalker. They are two great hitters. The Mets sprung up Neil Patrick Harris in pitching. He's going to make his rookie start this season of 2026 as Baron walks. And the Mets still have Matt Damon, who was with the Mets in the World Series in 2021. Strike one. Matt Damon always pitched well against the Yankees. I don't know how, but Matt Damon didn't have a good season last season, and in the game. But if it's against the Yankees, we'll have a good season.
I got the count 2-2.
The Mets had two players in the Milwaukee Brewers in the World Series against the Yankees. It was Aaron Judge, surprisingly, was with the Mets. The Yankees faced them in the World Series in 2021, and then it was Jay-Z. So Blake walks. Now it's going to bring up Darren Velez. It's ball one. Velez, a pretty good series. Pretty good postseason from him. There's a strike. It's a ground ball. It's going to be a tough play for Ken Nunn, and he gets Velez. It's one out. Ken Nunn does good against righties. So you can see a lot of outs from him against righties. And a ground ball that's going to score the run. It's now 11-0 New York. RBI ground out for Rodriguez. Samir Hernandez. And a fly ball to center. It's going to dunk for a base hit. Another run will score. Hernandez gets another RBI in the World Series. It's now 12-0.
Now batting, the shortstop, Willie.
It's the second RBI hit Ken Nunn is giving up against the righty. Willie swing and miss, strike one. Willie homered, back of the third inning. Yankees definitely looking forward to the season of 2026. It's going to be a good off season. A lot of celebrity players going to be signed. You might end up seeing your Baltimore Orioles versus the Yankees in the postseason as Willie walks. Orioles is a team that sucks last season. In this game, in this timeline, Orioles had a good season. But was it enough? They didn't get to go to the postseason. As Eric Spanos will come in and try to stop this incredible hitting performance in this World Series. The most runs Yankees ever scored in a World Series. Especially here in the Hall of Fame mode. Although it will be a lot super harder.
Count is 2-1.
2-1's Kenny. Ground ball to short. So a second for force. And that is it. So we're on to the bottom of the eighth. Rutledge rips one to left, and that's a foul ball. Ground ball, drops the ball. Don't know what's going on there, but he makes the play anyways. 1 out. Chris Bryant rips that foul. Broken bat pop up and 2 outs. Jerison Profar right at Jesus Rodriguez, and that'll be it. On to 9th. Hard year for the Yankees coming up.
The second baseman.
Strike 1 to Romeo. Stay tuned for opening day. It might be today later on. I don't know who it will be against, but we'll see once that happens. One out.
Now back. Right fielder. Kenneth Rodriguez.
Excuse me.
Nope.
Can't have 2 run home run was big. That's what started everything. MVPs will be up next. I'll let you know who will be the World Series MVP. And I'll show you other MVPs. I'm not exactly sure who is the ALCS MVP or the NLCS MVP. So I'll let you know after the game. Baron Faust missed that somehow. Fly in the left field, and it is caught. Now be it. Onto the bottom ninth, last chance for the Yankee, for the Brewers. Alright. So Nunez gonna stay in the game and try to close out the World Series, ball 1. Robert Beckham. Excuse me. Or Bacon. Right field. 1 out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Mike Buckner.
Strike 2. Mike Buckner is up again. Strikes out looking 2 away. Nunez really dealed in this game. It's only a 1 out away for a complete game clinch World Series. Shutout. Strike 1. Really didn't expect to start from Nunez. I thought he would give up a couple of runs, but and a ground ball from a tough play. Willie wins, and the Yankees wins the World Series again. They're winning against the National, and now again here against the Milwaukee Brewers. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. MVPs will be up next. And maybe opening day. Huge win for the Yankees. Kenneth Rodriguez. Reaction, the Yankee right fielder, who might be the ALCS MVP. I'll let you know. Manager's reaction. I don't know who that is, but just some random guy that signed. So Yankees win it. Final score 12-0 here in Game 5. Win goes to Ernest Nunez, who pitched a complete game shutout, and the loss goes to I forgot his name. The guy who started this game. But that's the final. And the final of the series is 4-1. We'll give it a win the MVPs. So the Kenneth Rodriguez is the ALCS MVP, the Yankee right fielder who homered mad times, at least 10 home runs in the series. And the World Series MVP is Willie Rodriguez, who hit the solo home run in last game and hit a huge three-run home run in Game 4. So those were the MVPs. And for the NL was for Brewers was Jurickson Profar, who drove in 13 runs in that series against the Marlins. And that's all your MVPs, so stay tuned for the season of 2026. Gonna close out this broadcasting. Thank you guys. Thank you, Gabriel, for watching again.